Across the America's Got Talent and Britain's Got Talent stages, some of the most unforgettable performances have come from the animal acts that defy all logic and expectations. From mind-boggling tricks to supernatural feats, these magical animals have left judges and audiences alike speechless. Let's take a look at some of the most amazing animals that mystified the judges on both sides of the Atlantic. One of the first acts that captivated the America's Got Talent audience was a performance by a dog named Misty. Misty wasn't just an ordinary dog. She performed a series of tricks that were nothing short of miraculous. What made her performance so incredible was how she appeared to anticipate her handler's every move. Misty performed complex sequences that involved jumping over hurdles, balancing on objects, and even seemingly reading her handler's mind. The judges were blown away by how perfectly Misty executed each trick, and it was clear that this was no average dog act. But the most mind-blowing moment came when Misty seemingly communicated with her handler in a way that no dog should be able to. At one point, Misty was asked to sit, and within seconds, she sat down and locked eyes with her handler in a moment of silent understanding. The judges were completely mystified by how in tune the dog was with her handler, leading one of the judges to remark that it was as if Misty had a magical connection with her human. Across the ocean, Britain's Got Talent also featured an equally mesmerizing animal act, Xena, a horse who performed a stunning trick with her rider. The horse's performance was not only graceful, but also seemed almost supernatural. Xena, who had been trained to perform without any visible cues, followed her rider's commands with incredible precision, making it seem as if she could read her rider's mind. The performance reached its peak when Xena appeared to levitate, standing on her hind legs for an extended period. The judges were in disbelief, with one of them even asking if the horse was part of a magical act, as it seemed almost impossible that an animal could perform with such grace and control. In another America's Got Talent performance, Shannon, an exotic bird handler, shocked the judges with her bird. A parrot named Max performed a trick that involved choosing the right cards from a shuffled deck. At first, the judges were skeptical, but as the parrot picked out the cards with flawless accuracy, they couldn't help but be amazed. It wasn't just the bird's ability to choose cards, it was the fact that Max did so with such confidence and without missing a beat. The act was so incredible that it sparked discussions about the cognitive abilities of animals and whether this parrot's intelligence could rival that of humans in some ways. One of the most jaw-dropping animal performances on Britain's Got Talent involved a magician who incorporated a snake into his act. The snake appeared to follow the magician's commands with precision, slithering through intricate patterns that seemed impossible for any animal to perform. The most extraordinary moment came when the magician placed the snake on a special pedestal, and it seemed to levitate for several seconds before slowly descending back down. The judges were completely mystified, and many of them were left speechless, trying to figure out how the snake had been trained to perform such a complex trick. But perhaps one of the most emotional and magical animal acts on America's Got Talent came from Luna, a beautiful dolphin trained to perform a series of breathtaking underwater maneuvers. Luna's trainer used a combination of hand signals and voice commands to direct the dolphin, who executed flips, spins, and even performed an emotional routine in which she appeared to hug her trainer by wrapping her fins around them. The connection between Luna and her trainer was so apparent that the judges were deeply moved. Some even said it felt like watching a real-life fairy tale, where the magic of the animal's bond with her trainer was the real star. Another memorable magical animal act came from a group of trained cats in America's Got Talent. Unlike the typical dog acts, the cats performed complex routines that involved jumping through hoops, balancing on platforms, and even playing instruments. The crowd and judges were in disbelief at how well-trained the cats were, especially considering the stereotype that cats are notoriously independent and difficult to train. The act was a perfect example of how the bond between trainer and animal can create seemingly magical performances that defy the odds. Whether it's dogs, horses, parrots, snakes, dolphins, or cats, the animal acts that have graced the stages of America's Got Talent and Britain's Got Talent have shown just how remarkable the bond between humans and animals can be. These performances are a testament to the incredible intelligence and trainability of animals, as well as the deep emotional connections they can share with their handlers. They leave us wondering, are these acts simply the result of training, or is there something magical at play? One thing is for sure, these performances have added a touch of magic to AGT and BGT, and they will remain unforgettable for years to come.